I am a Bocacana, no, but the table was a buraka, Unzuaka, Kaimapuru, and I said, I logic, I want to know about the table was a buraka. When I said, what you cook, Cabia Moki, take a low, but 7 even 1 note to an Ayaji Penaka, or you go get Koroja, West Side, whatever, go not have an measure. When I said, I want to Gana Wallibon, Gana Wallaji, Gana Wallibon, Gana Wallu, Wakela in a Wakela, know the Wakela, for the run of the dozen song will of our challenge. Enu Uraji and our Raji, Mbu Raji, and get a Raji Niche and Andos and the Prezo Kukanka. Then we all go Biafra 1967 to 1970. Our fathers, our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, our cousins, our nephews, our friends. Then we all go Biafra 1967. Soon going to be Raji and Noble. I went to Nibe, going to be Raji Noble. I went to Nibe, going to Babra Yosia and abandon work, probably Yosia and abandon money. Then I took Ungana, Guinea Najarano. When I say Enu Raji and our Raji, Mbuna get a niche and Andos of Kono Raji, Yakuanazu kind of Kunaji, no, but the table was a break. A Korean who got on Duane, can do I know in Duana from Duana War. I take a try Yoma go to try Yoma for try Yoma. Kako try Yoma Hanan is none, can they watch me and Anibo to cook a and go with Malaya. Whereas in Yana Kuna, Kana Kuno, the Yana Kuno, the Kana Kuna, for Yana Kuna, for Kana Kuna, for Kana Kuna, for Kana Kuna, to Kana Kuna, to Kana Kuna. Kind of kind of kuna as a boy and a book about Biafra, kind of kuna Biafra, kind of kuna. When I see you come, I don't know, couldn't drive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Biana, the Biano, the Biana for the Biana, the Biano to the Biana, the Biana, so Biana Mazi, you and young, the borders of my body as a Bushitaka because of Bushitonia. I love when another Arabu Biano, no more sent out, tell you back over what it. Now, a great school Kabiama, when I know Bisiala, and yeah, when in. Do Umuna Momo Biafra, I take a trana Yama, Cody will return a Yama, Kafa Trana Yama, and do I in a care, do I know the do I know, do I know for I went about to cook a cabia, Kikalo, but simply one note to a young line the Koraka, you go and I to a Wabakura Zurika. Only can another Nabakaya, Adonai, ancient of days. Elohim of our forefathers, Elohim of our ancestors. El Shaddai, Hashem, Most High God, Chukwokikabiama. We committed our leader, no Bosita Bobosibreke, I know no Bosita Bobosibreke. Nisoyendu Ayebo Mazi Nnamdi Okukano, the Yeshua of our time, the Illegality of our time, or Hamadike one, Anonekuri Bonina, Anonekuru Biafra Nina. When I say no Bosita Bobosibreke, Nanabani, Ndianeke, Ndianorie, Ndianafo, Ndianafo, Ndiano Toto, Ndianahi, Ndianayaso, Gena Chukungana, Gena Yanajana Lozi, Gena Yanajalozi. When I say Pachukabia, Madodo, no Kawana, you okay. Our Prime Minister, Biafra government in exile, autopilot, Mazi Simon A.M. When I say Chukwuoki Kabia, no Bosita Bokoro Bosibreke, Nani Bonine, Mwe can give me here, Yamasini Hegeriaka, More than give Mili, Nduazo, Ndiagabundumili, Ijiagabijamili. More from Gavana, and I Chekotayana, Chokotianoria, Chokotiana, More Gongibi Kuku, Yamasini Kukuriaka, and Andia Garden, Nandia Garden Oria, Nandia Garden Afo, Nandia Garden Aqua, a Jana Gaburi Caesar, when I say Kachuki Kabia Mokikeloa. No Gadi Kitchen, Shadia, Wagono, Sympathy Fed, Bobono, Jirewa, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or Jirebu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or Jirebu Simon, Nekam, we are Ogeti, Siangana Chukungana, and Gina Nozi. Gina won't see her marrying, and then Bundeg, and she and those on the Kurezo Kukanka, Chukuda, Crop or Cronk or Wama, however, on a new Nika. A Drumboke Druzum with Rubin, and no Mudra is yet, or Transipia Kosi, and look at in or Transipia Kosi. Now her great cook Kabia, my Oyana, Bisiala, and yeah, Bonina. Anna war on there, Gamma, you a mozo, the same Longana, and never. When I got you go, Kabia, Nisimu IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, the Genu was indeed working as seriously to make sure that Biafra is restored in Biafra land. As the Chukwuoki Kabia, also the principal officers of IPOB and also the principal officers of Biafra government in exile, autopilot. Teketrana Yama, Kodotrana Yama, Kapotrana Yama, Kapotrana Yama, do I can do I know the do I know. Gina Chukungana, Guinea Nigeria knows, Guinea Nigeria Soki, Shukoki Kadam, Kekalo, Basubiniba. When I say the end of also guide us and protect us till Biafra is restored in Biafra land. Anywhere we are going, Chukwu Okikabiyama no boss tabo boss breke. Mweke ndị bi ihe yamasịrị ihe bịa ga-eru anyị aka. Mwore ndị bụ mmiri yamasị na mmiri ga-eru anyị aka. Mmụọ afọ ndị bụ ana yamasị na na ga-eru anyị aka. Mmụọ nkwọ ndị bụ ikuku na yamasị na ikuku ga-eru anyị aka n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị breke. Gị na Chukwu gị na ihe Nigeria na ozi, gị na ya na Nigeria ozi, gị na agwụ nsọ ha mee. Onye bụ na mama aka nzu na aka nzu dị mma na we are whiter than snow. Na nzu enwe ntụpọ na Igbo, na nzu bụ omenala Igbo niile, na nzu bụ izizi na-enye mmadụ na mmadụ bịa ebe mmadụ. Ya na-ekwu okwu n'ụbọchị nke taa, Chukwu Okikabiyama. Na ku ya na-ekwu okwu bụ Biafra ka anyị na-ekwu okwu bụ nwoke bụ nwaanyị. Ọ bụ ndị onye ọbụla wherever they are planning evil against the total restoration of the kingdom of Chukwu Okikabiyama, na House of Government House of Assembly, House of Senate, House of Rep, local government chairman, councilorship, community leaders, whatever they are planning evil against the children of the Most High, against Biafra restoration, against our leader, also against the Prime Minister of Biafra government in Nigeria, our brother Mazi Nnamdi. When I say the Chukwu Okikabiyama, we go to the Nkegu. I'm coming out with no boss table boss, but I cannot get your house of Paso Passan, Pasan, Paso Passan, Paso Passan, no boss no honey, no get your house. You didn't know your Jojo Kunisia, of Zulu and Cabra, Nisia. When I say the Chukwu Okikabiyama, any evil plans of enemy in our land, in our Biafra restoration, whatever they are in plan against the total restoration of the kingdom of Chukwu Okikabiyama, in this planet Earth, in House of Government House, House of Representatives, House of Assembly, House of Senate, House of Rep, local government chairman, councilorship, community leaders, traditional leaders, whatever they are in their planet Earth, in the four corners of this planet Earth, in their marine kingdom, in their Owonu kingdom, in their Ekaka kingdom, planning evil against the total restoration of the kingdom of Chukwu Okikabiyama. Let their evil plan turn against their in Eke, in Orie, in Afon, no Toto. The evil plans of enemy will go back to them. In the mighty name of Chukwu Okikabiyama. Ana wa onele Okikabiyama. Ha great Chukwu Okikabiyama. When I say no boss nkata, kind of the land of the rising sun, we will love and challenge. I want to kind of monitor the land of the rising sun, we love and challenge. The land of the rising sun, we love and challenge. I get Chukwu Okikabiyama. I want to get a wallable. Get a wallable. Wakela in a Wakela in the Wakela in a Wakela in a Wakela in a Wakela in a Wakela in a. I got book here. I go and I got the question that you had. I was super if I did, but I have to give it up. I have to go and we are going Biafra. I can't try Biafra, go to try Biafra, come for try Biafra, come for try Biafra, and to Kungana. I saw Biafra, I got to use Yanaka, to use Yanodi, we know the Tiana, we Tiana. When I see Chukwu Okikabiyama, Okikekelo, Abasibini, one note to one young Langundo, Kwerenka, you go and Aria to Wabakules Unika. When I see one night, Wokabu, Biafra United, Channel, Television. No boss at Tabo, boss, Breaker. Dubiana, Dubiano, Dubiana for Dubiana, Dubiano, Dubiana, Dubianayas. Opopiana Matia, the Ganaka, you and young the Ganaka, Chukwu Okikabiyama, my borders of my areas, Pushia Kokose, Pushitomo, Arab, and I great school. When I spent almost in Qatar, the land of the rising sun, we love and cherish Chukwu Okikabiyama, Okikekelo, Basibinigua. I want to get a worry, get a wallow, Wakela in a Wakela in Ole, Wakela in a Wakela in a Wakela in a Toto, Wakela in a Wakela in a why number time? The land of the rising sun will love and cherish. I want to know what's in Qatar, I know Kupanisia. Kewakerian and Kewakerian Ole, Wakerian for no more IPOB, Nisumo Biafra Nina. Wakela in a Kewakela in Ole, Wakela in a Wakela in a Wakela in Toto, Wakela in a Wakela in a so why number time, the Ganaka, the Ganaka. Bora is my areas, Chukwu Okikabiyama, Nisi one night workable Biafra United Channel. Twice you open Nisia Kogis, the Nisumu Biafra Nina, Nisumu IPOB Nina, Nisi indigenous people of Biafra Nina, no boss at all, boss a breaker, but twice you put Kogis were there. Now her great Chukwu Okikabiyama, I am Bisiala, and ya, Bonina. Ana wa onere, nke mere joyi, emekwa ọzọ.
Ise. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You are welcome to this very live presentation Today's date is 21st of May 2024. And this very live broadcast is reaching you all the way from the studio of Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. I welcome every one of you, my wonderful Biafrans, wherever you are joining me from. You are highly welcome. I want to urge you to do the needful as you are joining me. Please like and share the broadcast so that everybody will be aware that we are live. We have come to do the very, very, very needful this very evening because a lot of things have happened already in the last 24 hours. A lot of things have happened in the last 24 hours, and it's very, very important that we come here to do the needful. Some things have to be said, some revelations have to be made, and of course, some exposition has to be made also. Because failure to do this all-important exposition today, I don't know what it may cause in the future. But with this very exposition that I'm going to make this very evening, I am very, very certain that it's going to go a long way. I am 100% certain that it's going to go a long way. The time right now is exactly 11 minutes past 8 p.m. here from the land of Chukwokika Biama, the Biafra land. So wherever you're joining me from, if you check your time right now, it is 11 minutes top of the hour, irrespective of where you are listening from, whether you are here in Africa, Asia, Europe, Australia, wherever you are joining me from. It is right now 11 minutes top of the hour. So that means this is a live broadcast. I welcome every one of you once again. Please, I want you to do the needful as I mention your names based on what I can see in the comment section. We have to do the needful as usual. Selena attested, I can see you. You're welcome to this very live presentation. Uche Nweke, you're welcome. Emmanuel Nathan, you're welcome. Abai James, you are welcome. Sonny, you are welcome. Chukwuka, you are welcome. Anyanka Chinonso, I can see you. You are welcome. Igwe Cristiano Ogwa, you are welcome. Jonas Albert, you are welcome. I can see you. P-Man, you are welcome. Ifa Nyonu, you are welcome. Mike Ugweke, I can see you. Obioma Udo, you are welcome. Armstrong, I can see you. You are welcome. Lotana Odumegu, you are welcome to this very live presentation. Please, I want you to continue the sharing because we need more people to join this very broadcast so that we can do the needful this very evening. What we are about to do this very, very evening is very, very important. Like as I said before, it's going to go a long way. It's going to go a very long way because this broadcast you are working on this evening, I can assure you, we have gathered a lot of evidences in order to use it to expose the hidden agenda against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have gathered a lot of evidences to prove that Justice Binta Nyako is actually aware of everything she's doing. It is a premeditated plan to track Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to trap him, to hold him down, And they are doing this with Binta Nyako. And I must say, I have to be honest. The people who are doing this, the people who are currently doing this as it stands today, are the same people that kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya and extraordinarily renditioned him to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. They are the people who are currently running the affairs of the zoo, not even this man, this dead man walking in the name of Tinubu. Not that man, I can assure you. The people who are still using Binta Nyako to trap down Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as he stands today are the same people that kidnapped him in Kenya during the administration of the late President Muhammadu Buhari. Quote me anywhere I can defend that. Abubakar Malami is the #1 person in charge of this very case, not Tinubu. Tinubu is just a poster boy because he is the current president of the Zoological Republic. I will show you a lot of things. I have been talking about it for the past how many years now? But today, we are going to do it practically for the whole world to see what is going on. I have been talking about it, mentioning it. People do not know what is going on. People did not even pay attention to that because I just mentioned it without showing evidence. But today, we are going to show evidence for people to understand what is going on here in the damnable Zoological Republic, especially in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You all are highly welcome. Chika Bobby, you are welcome. Joe Riga, you are welcome. I can see you all in the comment section. The names keep coming. Sample Chisom, you are welcome. Ebuka Sumuga, you are welcome. I can see you all. Keep liking, commenting, and sharing. Very, very important for this very broadcast to go far. We need more people. We need lots of people to join this very broadcast before we hit the ground running. Like as I said before, I have gathered enough evidence to prove my case this very evening. And I will be showing you these evidences on the screen moving forward. We are not going to waste time because I want to make this very broadcast an interactive one indeed, so that Biafrans may call in and make their contributions. Very, very important. Actually, also immediately. I want to start immediately, so I do not want to waste your time. If you haven't liked and shared this very broadcast, then you are missing something. I don't know what you are waiting for. It is very, very important that you do the needful as you are joining, unless you are not in support of what we are doing. Now, in order to welcome you all, I'm going to start with the video of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the courtroom yesterday. All of you must have seen the video. It is no longer a breaking news, but because that is going to be the anchor of almost everything we are going to do this very evening, it is very, very necessary that I play the video for all of you. Even though you have seen it before, I want you to pay attention and watch it once again. Because with this very video, we can be able to see what Binta Nyako has done, and then after that, we can be able to dissect it with evidences and proofs. Now pay attention, my people, as we move.
Apply for bail. But that's what you wrote. You said here, my law. that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I said earlier, bail is a decision of the court taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determining the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. It's here. This is the law of Nigeria. But that's what you wrote. You said here, my lord, that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I said earlier, bail is a decision of the court taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determining the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. It's here. This is the law of Nigeria.
The court overruled itself because, according to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, the Constitution said that he must have free access to his attorney or legal team, legal representative. But we all understand what is going on in the DSS custody, where DSS, or should I say, where the room, or everywhere, or let me just use the word according to the barrister, where the room is bogged, the place where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu usually meets his attorney is bogged. There are lots of devices being installed in that very room by the DSS that enable them to listen to every single thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is discussing with his lawyers. So therefore, it can never happen. Now, moving out of this very segment, let me also show you another one, which is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, again from the courtroom yesterday, which I am very, very certain you must have also seen the video. But we are building foundation in order to step into the main thing that brought us here today. Pay attention, my people.
Prohibition Act says that cannot be tried in Nigeria. That's the law of Nigeria. F of Terrorism Prohibition and Prevention Act says that cannot be tried in Nigeria. That's the law of Nigeria. I can never be tried in any court of law in Nigeria. That's what the law says. Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says. Section what? Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. It's very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person. It's not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial is not done anywhere in the world. And what happened in my case? Nobody has, there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says. Section 12 of the Constitution, what does it say? Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter what they do. All these shenanigans is just pure rubbish. You never stand. Not with me. Okay. I believe in justice and fairness. That's all. Nigeria is signed to extradite, not to rendition.
Now, in order to continue building the foundation to every single thing that I'm about to do today, let us start from the report of yesterday. Because the reason why I have come this very evening is not just to analyze what happened yesterday. It is not just to play the video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and analyze it. The sole reason why I have come today is to expose Binta Nyako and the game that she is playing with the government of the zoo, controlled by the Fulanese who are holding her hostage. She is actually under duress as I'm speaking to you right now. She doesn't even know what is going to be her own end. I pity that woman, and I will send my message to her at the very end of this very broadcast. Please, once you join me here, endeavor to like and share this very broadcast. I want it to get to Justice Binta Nyako. I want her to understand that we know every single thing that is going on. I also want her to know that we understand the game that she is playing with the likes of the former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. She must understand that we have every single thing in our palm, and there is no any bird that flies across this very planet, across the sky, that we cannot see the stomach. No bird at all. Any bird that flies on top of the sky, we or the humanity must see its stomach. It is very, very, very important that she understand this, because we have her history in our palm. Now, like as I said, I am still building foundation. Now let us read in details what transpired yesterday before breaking the Akio Ibonsube. Now, from Punch newspaper, court rejects Nnamdi Kanu's house arrest fresh bail request. This was for yesterday. The Federal High Court, Abuja, on Monday dismissed the request of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for bail or to be moved from the Department of State Security Services custody to a prison or house arrest. The trial judge, Justice Binta Nyako, said the same request had been brought before her by the defendant and it was dismissed for lack of merit. While delivering her ruling, Justice Nyako held that she found as a fact that Kanu jumped the bail when he was earlier granted. Nyako also held that the sureties who stood for him in the earlier bail had applied to be discharged and had been discharged on the ground that they could not locate Kanu and did not know his whereabouts. She said that the only option left for Kanu was to go to the Court of Appeal and exercise his right of appeal. Now, going by what she said here, while delivering her ruling, Justice Binta Nyako held that she found as a fact, that Kanu jumped the bail when he was earlier granted. Now, Justice Binta Nyako has proven to the whole world that evidences are no longer important in the court of law. Listen, I want you to pay attention. Today's broadcast might be, I don't know. May God help us. Please keep liking and sharing this very broadcast. Is very, very important. Very, very important. Keep making your comment. Keep dropping your comment. And anytime my voice is not coming out, kindly let me know in the comment section as fast as possible so that I can do something. And if my voice is not coming out, anytime my voice is to come out, you don't have to, exit. You don't have to go immediately. Just stick around. Drop the comment, let me know in the comment section so that I can be able to refresh or restart my system because of the network that I'm using. Now, let me continue. With this very word that she said yesterday, that she found it as a fact that Kanu jumped the bail that was granted to him earlier. Now, that means evidence is no longer needed in the court of law because we have evidences, video evidences, write-ups, publications, everything that happened in the house of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the year 2017 when the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist military invaded his country home in Afaruku Ibeku and massacred 28 innocent Biafran youths, and in that show of force under Operation Python Dance, targeted to eliminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but as God may have it, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu managed to escape that very assassination attempt on his person, in his life. Now, the video evidences abide. Now, Binta Nyako making this comment that she held that she found it as a fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail, meaning that evidence is no longer useful or allowed in the court of law, only in the damnable zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Only in Nigeria that evidence is no longer useful or needed in the court of law. That is what Binta Nyako has made us to understand there. Like as I told you before, she is under duress. Now, listen here. She said that the only option left for Kanu was to go to the Court of Appeal and exercise his right of appeal. Now, I want you to follow me, man. We understand things in a different way. Look, with this comment of Binta Nyako, it is evidently clear that she's under duress. She's giving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu expo. You may not understand what is going on there because I will explain to you why I told you that she is under duress, and I will explain that with evidence. Now, with this comment that she made here, she is giving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu expo. She's trying to let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know that, look, my hands are tied, though. My hands are tied, though. I am not in the position to do this, to do the right thing. My hands are tied. Please, just go to appeal court. Go there, go there. You might find justice there because that is where they discharged and acquitted you in the first place. Go back there. That is where you should be. Not here, not here. They are pushing you to come back to me, but my hands are tied. Go back to appeal court. That is what she is saying here. She was giving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu expo on how to deal with this issue because her hands are tied. Now listen. The judge disagreed with Kanu's lead counsel that the Supreme Court held that the earlier bail granted him out ought not to have been revoked, adding that she had gone through the Supreme Court judgment copy and did not see the claim of the lawyer. Now, we don't have to continue. Let me take you to the Supreme Court judgment, which was delivered last year, December. Pay attention, my people. Now, this is from the Supreme Court, right? This is from the Supreme Court, which was delivered earlier December, before Christmas. It said here, Supreme Court orders continuation of IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial. The judgment also implies an effective reversal of the previous decision of the Court of Appeal ordering the release of Mr. Kanu from detention. The Supreme Court on Friday ordered the continuation of the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB, on terrorism charges. The case, which started in 2015, had been put on hold at the Federal High Court in Abuja after the Court of Appeal dismissed the charges in a judgment delivered in October 2022. The Court of Appeal in Abuja had anchored its decision dismissing the charges on the illegality of the extraordinary rendition of Mr. Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria in June 2021 to continue his trial. A 5-member panel of the Supreme Court, led by Kudirat Kekere-Ekun, declared on Friday that Mr. Kanu's forcible repatriation from Kenya to Nigeria is illegal. Is illegal. That is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was telling the whole world that the zoo lack the credibility, lack the legality, lack the ability to try him in any court in the zoo. There is no any court of competent jurisdiction that has the jurisdiction to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the Zoological Republic because of the illegality of his appearance in Nigeria. For him to appear in the zoo is illegal, given the state of his extradition, or should I say extraordinary rendition, back to the Zoological Republic. So it can't happen. Now, however, the court in the lead judgment prepared by Tijani Abubakar ruled that there is no Nigerian law that prohibits the use of illegally obtained evidence for the trial of a defendant. The lead judgment of the Supreme Court was prepared by Mr. Abubakar, but was read on his behalf by Emmanuel Agim. A Fulani man prepared a judgment and gave it to a Biafra man to read against a Biafra man. Unbelievable. Divide and rule. Now, the Court of Appeal was wrong to say that the Federal High Court can no longer try Mr. Kanu. The court held the appeal is allowed, and the cross appeal is dismissed. In the unanimous decision, the Supreme Court said Mr. Kanu's forcible repatriation from Kenya in June 2021 by the Nigerian government did not rob the trial court of jurisdiction to entertain the IPOB leader's trial. This is where they shot themselves in the foot. Our law is that evidence illegality obtained is valid before the court. A violation of Mr. Kanu's right should have been by way of civil proceedings. That is not our law for now. Mr. Abubakar declared. That is not our law for now. For now. So there's a time it could be our law, and for now, that time it's not valid as at that time. But after that time, it could be valid because he is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, he also ruled that there is no legislation that provides in Nigeria that trial should stop where the prosecution does something illegal against the defendant while standing trial. There is a civil remedy, Mr. Abubakar said. The judgment also implies an effective reversal of the previous decision of the Court of Appeal ordering the release of Mr. Kanu from detention. The Nigerian government had repatriated Mr. Kanu from Kenya after the Federal High Court in Abuja ordered the IPOB leader's arrest for jumping bail in 2017. Mr. Kanu was being tried before Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja for terrorism. The Court of Appeal in Abuja on 13th October 2022 dismissed the terrorism and treasonable felony charges filed against Mr. Kanu on the basis of his agitation for the secession of a Biafra republic comprising the 5 southeast states and parts of neighboring states from Nigeria. A three-member panel of the appellate court, led by Oludotun Adefope Okojie, dismissed the terrorism and treasonable felony charges against Mr. Kanu. The court had ordered Mr. Kanu's release from detention after striking out a 7-count charge pending before Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja. But instead of complying with the appellate court's decision ordering Mr. Kanu's unconditional release, the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, filed an appeal at the Supreme Court. The then AGF, Abubakar Malami, filed an application for a stay of execution for the Court of Appeals verdict on the separatist leader. But on 28 October 2022, another 3-member panel of the Court of Appeal, headed by Haruna Tisimani, halted the execution of his judgment, which freed Mr. Kanu of terrorism charges. The government had applied that the execution of the judgment be suspended pending the resolution of his appeal filed at the Supreme Court. Mr. Tisimani, in the ruling held by Mr. Tisimani in the ruling held that the counter affidavit filed against the government application by Mr. Kanu's legal team, led by the then Ozekome, was misleading. Mr. Kanu has been leading secessionist campaign of Southeast region, part of South Nigeria, for an independent state of Biafra. The federal government has consistently blamed IPOB separatist activities for the violence in the southeast region of the coast. Mr. Kanu, the IPOB leader, has been in SSS detention since June 2021, when he was repatriated, renditioned from Kenya to Nigeria. He was first arrested in 2015 under the administration of former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, this same administration of Muhammadu Buhari, led by the then Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, AGF, is still the one in charge of this very case till today. Not Tinubu. People are calling Tinubu, but Tinubu is not the main person here. Listen. According to the statement made by the Supreme Court, they said that it is illegal. It is illegal for the way that the zoo government brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to the zoo. It is illegal. Now they shot themselves in the foot that Even though it is illegal, they will still try him. Then they got rid of constitution. They got rid of the constitution. They never wanted to obey the constitution. They didn't want to listen to what constitution said. They decided to go ahead to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, knowing fully well that it is illegal. It is illegal to try him. Now, listen, this is not the main thing. Remember that I told you that I'm building a foundation. And I'm going to take you to the main purpose that we are here today. Now, listen. Justice Binta Nyako, please, we are going to the main exposition right now. I hope you are hearing my voice. Please, if you are hearing my voice, let me know in the comment section. Very, very important. Let me know in the comment section, because we are now going straight to the exposition. The reason why Binta Nyako is fragile. I want to show you the reason why Binta Nyako is fragile, the reason why her hands are tied, the reason why she may not be able to render justice to this very case. If you are hearing my voice, please let me know in the comment section. I want everybody who is listening to me right now to let me know in the comment section if my voice is loud and clear. Very, very important. As you are typing whether no or yes, also like and share the broadcast. Very, very important. Okay, we have to continue with immediate effect. Like and share the broadcast. Very, very important. And those of you who would want to support what we are doing, we have enabled super chat and super thanks. If you're watching from Facebook, there is super thanks. If you're watching from YouTube, there is also super chat. You can as well support what we are doing. Very, very important. Now, look at your screen. I want to tell you the sole reason why Binta Nyako's hand is tied, and the reason why she may not be able to deliver justice accordingly in this very case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen, pay very, very good attention. What I'm doing right now is important. Nobody has done it this way. Binta Nyako may not be able to deliver justice to the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Binta Nyako, I want to repeat, I want her to listen to this broadcast. She must understand that we know what she's doing. We know exactly what is going on. We know what is happening. Binta Nyako, listen, today is 21st of May, 2024. By the time it will happen, you will come back and tell me, Ikuku, Biafra Unite, Mazi Nnamdi, you said it. I am affirming today that Binta Nyako does not stand any chance of delivering justice to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. There are two things involved. It's either she will succumb to the threat of Malami and his criminal gang, or she will wash her hands of this very case. Two things, only two. Only two. Nothing else. Is either she succumbs to the threat of Malami and co. Malami and his criminal gang that ruled Nigeria for 6 good years with an impostor in the name of Muhammadu Buhari. Is either she succumbs to their threat or she will hands off this very case. And it is very, very soon. It's going to happen very, very soon. This is not a prophecy. This is going to happen. This is reality. It's going to happen very, very soon. Whether they like it or not, it's going to happen. I'm telling you, I'm assuring you today. The time right now is exactly 48 minutes past 8 p.m. here in Biafra land, in the land of Chukwokika. Now, listen. Binta Nyako is in a very tight corner. Her hands are tied. She doesn't know what to do. In the year 2017, when Binta Nyako made her first rule that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime. Listen, in the year 2017, when Binta Nyako granted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bail and said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed no offense because Nigeria is signatory to the law, to the international and local laws, to the international and African charter that guarantee every oppressed people to fight for their freedom. Both African Charter Article 3, Article 20, Article 20, between 1, 2, and 3, it stated that every oppressed people will have the freedom to fight for their freedom from the oppressor. And it called it liberation struggle. That is the word used by the African Charter, Article 20, 1, 2, and 3. If you go there right now, you are going to see it. It is written boldly there. And Nigeria as a country or as a state is signatory to that very charter. So Binta Nyako is fully aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed no offense. That is the reason why she discharged him in the year 2017. She granted him bail in the 2017 and made it public that this man has committed no offense. That is the first time she said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime before she was threatened. Now, look at what happened here. This is exactly what happened. And this is from the official website of EFCC, the Economic Financial Crime Commission. Listen, I am giving you direct, don't ask me evidence because this is the evidence. This is the official website of the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Is from their official website. I am not reading from any zoo newspaper. After this, I will now go to a zoo newspaper in order to summarize it the way they published it. So this is from their official website. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You won't get any better evidence than this. So according to the EFCC, they said 29 billion fraud, 29 billion naira fraud. You have a case to answer, court tells ex-Governor Nyako. For those of you who do not understand who Binta Nyako is the wife of the former governor of Adamawa State. Binta Nyako is the wife of the former Adamawa State governor. Adamawa State is the same place where Atiku comes from. They have diamond in Adamawa State, but it is not for the federal government of the zoo. Individuals are the ones mining it in Adamawa State. It is not for the federal government. It is not for it is not for Nigeria. It is only oil, the oil which is located in Anambra State that belongs to Jigawa. The oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. Oil in Rivers belongs to Sokoto, but the diamond in Adamawa belongs to Adamawa people. The gold in Zamfara belongs to Zamfara people. That is the irony of what is happening in the Zoological Republic. Now, in the year 2017, when Binta Nyako threatened to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the real reason, the actual reason why Binta Nyako did not discharge and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the year 2017 was because of this threat. Binta Nyako made a publication, made a pronouncement that this man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has not committed any crime. It was a public pronouncement in the year 2017, and she was threatened that they are going to jail her husband and her son because they are standing trial for 29 billion naira fraud, money laundering. After that very threat by Malami, The next court, Binta Nyako, instead of discharging and acquitting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after previously making a statement that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed no offense and adjourn the matter in order to release and acquit, in order to discharge and acquit him in the following court date. She was threatened. She was seriously threatened by Abubakar Malami, and that is the reason why she granted him bail instead of, releasing him unconditionally in the year 2017. Now, the husband, the legally married husband of Justice Binta Nyako is the former governor of Adamawa State, just like as I have said. They said here, and this is the man here. This is the man. The picture you are seeing is the man. If this is not the husband of Binta Nyako, they should come and debunk it if I am lying. This is public. I am making a public broadcast this very moment. It is not an individual thing. It's not a secret thing. If the man on the screen, is not the husband, the legally married husband of Justice Binta Nyako, let them come out and debunk it. Very, very, very important. I will open the line as soon as possible for anybody to call in and make their contribution. Then they will have the opportunity to debunk what I am saying right, the evidence that I am bringing right now. Listen. A federal high court sitting in Abuja on Monday, July 19, 2021, ruled that the former governor of Adamawa State, Murtala Nyako, is the legally married husband of Justice Binta Nyako, has a case to answer in the 29 billion naira fraud charges brought against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Nyako is being prosecuted by the EFCC alongside his son. Even my pre-recorded broadcast yesterday, I mentioned this, but people thought I was just blabbing. Now, alongside his son, Abdul Aziz, who accompanies Abdul Aziz, sorry for that. Alongside his son, Abdul Aziz, two companies, Sebore Farms and Extension Limited and Pagado Fortunes Limited, as well as Zukifik Abba, Abubakar Aliyu, Blue Opal Limited, Tower Assets Management Limited, and Crossed Energy Limited on 37-count charges of criminal conspiracy, stealing, abuse of office, and money laundering. Wow. Wow. And now let me tell you one thing you don't know. Some of you thought, let me even use this opportunity to educate us a little bit. Fulani, you see Fulanis are very wise. Don't think that they are fools. Don't think that they don't have sense. Of course, we know that they are not educated. We know. But education has nothing to do with wisdom. Pay attention. Just listen and listen very, very attentively, my people. I'm saying something very, very important here. Education has nothing to do with wisdom. Education is only for knowledge. There's difference between wisdom and knowledge. Knowledge is what you acquire from education, but wisdom is given by God. Are you getting it? Wisdom is given by God, but education is knowledge is acquired through education. Now, the Fulanis may lack education, but they don't actually lack wisdom. Yes, they do not actually lack wisdom. So they work with Britain. Listen, the British people have properly coached the Fulanese on how to manipulate, people in government. The British people have coached the Fulanese and taught them how to maneuver things and manipulate people when they are in power. Listen, some of you may be asking or wondering why the Southeast politicians are against Biafra. Listen, the Southeast politicians are against Biafra not just because of what they are getting or gaining under the Zoological Republic. It's not just because of their gains under Nigeria. They actually know that the crops that falls from their master's table, the Fulanese table, is actually not worth it. They know that these crops that are falling from their master's table that they are pocketing, politicians, we are governors, we are ministers, we are senators. They know very well that the people who are taking the money, the bulk, people who are taking it in bulk are the Fulanese, because they are the ones in control of the oil. They own the oil well here in Biafra territory. All the oil wells here belong to Fulani. That's why they will be bold enough to tell you that the oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. The only Yoruba man that owns oil well here in Biafra land is Obasanjo, Olusegun Obasanjo. Every other oil well here in Biafra land belongs to the Fulani. All of them. All of them bar none. So the Igbo politicians are aware, fully aware, that the people who are taking the real money in bulk are the Fulanese. They all know, and it is painful. But you know what? Their hands are tied. They cannot do anything because of what? Because of longer throat and hunger. Because of longer throat and hunger that the British and the Fulanese used and visited the Igbos after the Civil War, after the genocidal war, so to say. Now, everybody is scampering for safety as far as Igbos are concerned. Let me just minimize it. Let me just shrink it to the Igbo, not Biafrans at large, to the Igbos, even though we are all suffering the same thing as far as Biafra is concerned. But let me just use Igbo, for example. Now, because of the hunger that the Fulani, the federal government of the zoo has used to visit the Igbos after the genocidal war, that is the reason why every Igbo man today is scampering for safety. Every Igbo man today is doing one thing or the other to survive. Everywhere you go all over the world, you see an Igbo man there. They are not going there because they want to go there and see the skyscrapers and beautiful cities. They are going there seeking for an opportunity because they know very well that we do not have opportunity here in the Zoological Republic. That's why every Igbo man today is campaigning for safety. They are ready to do everything, even the impossible, to make sure that they make money. That's why Igbo man can even sabotage his own blood in order to make money, because of the situation on ground. Now, the challenges on ground that has made Igbo man who is not financially buoyant to become useless. You see an Igbo man who has made money, he will come and with his car, he will pour you a poto. You cannot do anything because he has gone there to hustle and make money. So the challenges is a struggle as far as Igbo land is concerned today. It's a big struggle. It's not like that in the north. So now, all these Igbo politicians become that politician. You can do anything to pocket some money in order to be wealthy. And when you are doing this, the Fulanis are taking record. They will support you. They will make sure that they back you up in order to embezzle funds, to embezzle the money. They will support everything you are doing. They will make sure that they keep your record very, very intact. Anytime you try to rear your ugly head to question their activities, they will bring your record to your face. Listen, I'm telling you what is happening to Binta Nyako today, and I'm using the Igbo politicians to give you an example. That's why I told you we reason things the other way around. We don't reason things the way every other person reason it. Now, when you try to rear your ugly head, when you try to question what the Fulanis are doing, when you try to say, no, this is not the right way, when you try to say, no, we need to be free, when you try to say, no, we are going to support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will just flash you your history. They will just flash, TV flash. They will just flash you your case, your history. They will remind you, look, we are aware that you embezzled 3.3 trillion naira when you were in power as the governor of Imo State, as the senator representing Nnewi, as the senator representing Owerri, as the senator representing Enugu, as the senator representing Ebonyi. They will flash your case to your face. And of course, you know what follows it is prison. What follows it is jail. They will jail you. That is the same thing that happened to Ojus Okalo. Ojus Okalo is out today. It's not because of his innocence. No. Ojus Okalo can never be innocent. It is not possible. There is no any Igbo politician that is innocent. No one, not even one person, no one Igbo politician that is innocent of money embezzlement. No one. I said no one, not one person, apart from the late, to his blessed memory, the late, what was the name of that former Imo State governor? Somebody remind me, please, in the comment section. The former Imo State governor, the man that built Owerri. They said he's the one that built Owerri. What's his name? Mbakwe. Apart from Mbakwe, no any other Igbo politician that is pure. They are all criminals, thieves. Just the same thing the Fulanis are doing, but because the power belongs to the Fulani, backed by the British, nobody can prosecute them. Nobody can prosecute them. Yes, nobody can prosecute them. Who will prosecute the former Attorney General of Federation, Abubakar Malami? Are you aware that this man is freed? The former police officer, what's the name? What's the name of that former police officer? What's the name of that former police officer that committed all manner of atrocity? What's the name of that former police officer? He is a namesake of the former chief of staff under Muhammad Buhari, the one that died of COVID. What's the name of that? Abba Kyari. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Abba Kyari. Are you aware that Abba Kyari is free today? Abba Kyari is free. Somebody who committed all manner of atrocities as a police officer representing the whole nation, as they call it, a nation without a nation without nationhood. A police officer representing a nation committed all manner of evil. Murder, he has murder case, he has drug case, he has a money laundering case. He is actually the one that this guy that is in prison in the USA, Hush Puppy. Abba Kyari is the one that Hush Puppy was using to bring money to Nigeria. Hush Puppy is in prison today, serving, I don't know if it's 20 years in jail in America. While Abba Kyari is free, walking up and down in his state. in where is this Boko Haram ravaged state in the north, where Kashim Shettima comes from. That is where Abba Kyari comes from. Borno State. Abba Kyari is free today in Borno, traveling everywhere, walking on the street. Who will prosecute the Fulani? Nobody, because of what? Power belongs to them as far as the zoo is concerned. British backed them because, why did British back them? British backed them because Britain saw Fulani as a very submissive tribe that they can use in order to continue mining drilling our oil and gas. That's why they backed them in order to use them judiciously. That's why power belongs to Fulani, in case you don't know today. Now, if you rear your ugly head to question the activities of Fulani in the zoo, as an Igbo politician, you are gone. That is what they did to Orji Okalo. You could remember the video when Orji Okalo was running his mouth. He said nobody can question him, nobody can challenge him. It did not even take up to 1 month. Amai Sinasanko, Orji Okalo was in prison for seven good years. Was sent, not in prison, was sentenced to jail for 7 good years. Was it 7 years or 9 years? I think it's 7 years. And he stayed for some months to 1 year to 2 years. He was released based on a mutual agreement between Orji Okalo and the Fulani Federal Government of Nigeria. Orji Okalo agreed to serve them, to obey them, never to fight them again, never to speak evil against them. Actually, the main purpose that Orji Okalo was released was to come and tackle Biafra agitation, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is from Abia State. And you all know his activities against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra agitation, his utterances and everything when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was, after he was released, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kuje prison. You all know how he visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and everything he did and said against Biafra. You all know, I don't have to, that is not why I'm here today. So now, Fulani, in the person of Abubakar Malami and his criminal gang, threatened Binta Nyako in the year 2017 with the case of her husband and son. And she was told that they are going to jail your husband and your son if you fail to do our bidding. And that threat is still lingering till today, because Malami is still the one fully in charge of the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not Tinubu's government. Tinubu has no hand in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Even Tinubu's hand is also tied. Tinubu's hand is also tied, though he can use his power as the so-called Mr. President to do something, but the person who is in charge of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case today is Malami and his criminal gang. Now, let me continue. The commission closed its case after it had called 21 witnesses, but rather than open their defense, the defendant opted for a no-case submission on the ground that the prosecution had failed to link them to the alleged offenses. But in his ruling today, Justice Okon Abang dismissed the defendant's no-case submission, and ordered them to enter their defense. Did you get that? And ordered them to enter their defense. The defendant is the husband of Binta Nyako, is the main defendant there, and his son with other 2 companies and few others. They submitted a case of no case. They submitted a file of no case. After EFCC had already brought their 21 witnesses, Binta Nyako's husband and son with other defendants submitted a file of no case. We don't have case. But that file was dismissed, and the court ordered the defendant, Binta Nyako's husband, to prepare for his defense because there is a case. Now, he said, I have calmly carefully and painstakingly scrutinized the evidence adduced by the 21 witnesses in chief and under cross-examination, including the oral and written argument of all the defendants. I have again carefully and painstakingly considered the evidence of the 21 witnesses and the massive documentary evidence and the extrajudicial statements of the defendants I have carefully considered the legal argument of all the counsel for the defendant, their written and oral argument, and the argument of the prosecution. It is my humble but firm view that the prosecution has established a prima facie case against the defendant, and they are required to enter their defense immediately, Justice Abang said. So that means the case is working on that it is my humble but firm view, firm view. Okusike demands that the justice standing firm that the prosecution has established a prima facie case against the defendants, and they are required to enter their defense immediately with immediate effect, Justice Abang said. The trial has been adjourned till October 4, 5, 7, and 8 for the defendants to open their case. The last witness to be called by the prosecution was Kobis Haritimnu, a former secretary to the Adamawa state government who testified via video link. The witness had told the court that there were two departments in his office which he oversaw, namely the Security and Special Services Office and Political Services, adding that memos were usually generated by the permanent secretary and brought to him for endorsement before sending to the governor's office for approval. That is the way they were embezzling money in Adamawa State. According to him, it is the governor that approves the memos of monetary embezzlement. It was the governor, according to him, it is the governor that approves the memos and collect the checks from the accountant of the department or sometimes from the permanent secretary. From the permanent secretary, some of the checks are sent to the governor by me. What more do you need? What more do you need? This is a testimony made, a confirmation. What else can you call it? Made by the witness, testimony, confirmation, whatever you can call it, but all made by the witness, who happens to be Kobis Haritimunu, a former secretary to the Adamawa state government. Now, when your own person, somebody who knows your in and out, somebody that knows your in and out, made this kind of, confession against you, do you think you can be free from it? Look at it here. A former secretary to the Adamawa state government, former secretary a secretary who worked under the governor, is the one that made a video confession and gave evidence of how this governor was embezzling money in the office. So, how is he going to be free from this? And he said that the checks are sent to the governor by him. Some of the checks are sent to the governor by him. And assign ebuba ego diamond ebuba ego ekwesị ijiri ụzọ ebuba. That is the husband of Justice Binta Nyako. His case is in the EFCC. Now, he added that he explained to the permanent secretary that the procedure was irregular. The trial, which began on July 8, 2015, because if I do not show you this date, you wouldn't understand. You may say, but if this case is yesterday, if this case is today, if this case is 2021, so therefore, this Binta Nyako, I'm talking about something that happened in 2017. So how did they threaten Binta Nyako with the husband when it was 2021, when it was 2020, when it was yesterday, and when it was when it's today? Listen, my people. The trial, which began on July 8, 2015, Binta Nyako came into the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu between the end of between 2016 to 2017. Between 2016 and 2017. That is when Binta Nyako entered into the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I remember it used to be from one justice to another, including Justice Tozo. They wanted to use Tozo to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him, "You are mad. Go and tell Buhari that sent you that all of you are mad. You cannot jail me." The man ran away. Pressure was too much. He ran away. And then they brought Binta Nyako. Now, this case began on July 8, 2015, before Justice Evo Chukwu started afresh on September 12, 2016, before Justice Abang, following the demise of Justice Chukwu on June 8, 2016, after the prosecution had already called 5 witnesses. The prosecution or the prosecutor called 5 witnesses under the supervision of Justice Evo Chukwu, under the supervision of late Justice Evo Chukwu. And then I don't know what happened to him. I cannot say what I don't know. Then after he was, he passed on, then the case was transferred to Justice Abang in the year 2016, September 12th, 2016. Since then till today, that case has never ended. In fact, the last adjournment was, I think, in the year 2021. Look at it here. A federal high court sitting in Abuja on Monday, July 19, 2021, ruled that a former governor of Adamawa State, Murtala Nyako, has a case to answer in the 29 billion naira fraud charges brought against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. So the last adjournment of this case was on the 19th of July, July 19th, 2021. Since then, because they are using the wife. Listen, some of you do not know why the case is inconclusive. Some of you do not know why there is no any link, or when the case is going to resume, or what are they going to do with the case, or what not. You don't know. The case is inconclusive because they are keeping this man and the case in order to use him against Binta Nyako. The last adjournment to this case was on the 19th of July, 2021. Tell me which case is going to 3 good years now. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody is talking about it. I hope my voice is still coming out. Please let me know in the comment section. Let me know if my voice is still coming out. Let me know, please. Very, very important. Very, very important. If my voice is still coming out, I want you to let me know. Everybody listening to me, if you can hear my voice, let me know in the comment section. And I told you to like and share the broadcast. We need more people to join here. We need more people to join the case. What we are exposing and dissecting here is most important. Very, very important, because the whole world needs to know the cockroach in the cupboard of Binta Nyako. The earlier she hands off the case, the better for her. The better for her. Not even for Biafra. The better for her. The earlier she hands off the case, the better for her. Because Ikuku breeze has blown, and we have seen that Reverend Father is they wear trouser. We have seen that foul. We have seen the nyash, the bottom of a foul. Breeze has blown. We have seen the bottom of a foul. Binta Nyako hands off the case. We know what is going on. If you can shoot yourself in the foot and say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail, when a Supreme Court had already told you what happened, when the video evidences have proven that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was to be assassinated in his home, and he has to run for his own life, for his dear life. Binta Nyako, you have the guts to state categorically in the court of law, in the court of competent jurisdiction under the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. Is a great shame. That is an assault to the judiciary of Nigeria. It's an assault. You somersaulted 1 million times, meaning that evidence is no longer needed. It's no longer useful in the court of law. When the whole world is aware the crime that Nigerian army committed in the compound of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the year 2017, the whole world is aware of it. Only you, Binta Nyako, only you that are not aware that Nigerian military stormed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's country home to assassinate him in the year 2017, that made him escape and ran for his life, ran away from Nigeria. And here you are. Even a court in Abia State, stated it clear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail. In fact, asked the DSS, the Nigerian government, to pay Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for damages for invading his country home. And here you are telling us yesterday, without shame, that you can confirm that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. So those video evidences and everything, including publications and everything, they are all useless. Binta Nyako, ikuku go, breeze don't blow. We don't see say foul get nyash. We don't see the nyash of the foul. Now let us see what the zoo media said concerning this case. Listen, I will be reading this one from Daily Post. After now, I will open the line. Okay, I will open the line now while continue with my reading. Pay attention, my people. We are exposing Justice Binta Nyako. We now know the reason why she said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped the bail in 2017. That is the reason why we have decided to expose her, because she is under Durex. She is under the control of Abubakar Malami. They are using the fraud committed by her husband to threaten her. They have told her that they are going to jail her husband and her son. People that have cockroach in the cupboard are the ones judging a child of Elohim. People that have looted the zoo, people that have looted Nigeria dry, are the ones judging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man who is whiter than white and whiter than snow. A woman that the husband, under the leadership of his government, through his leadership in Adamawa State, as the then governor of Adamawa State, looted the Adamawa State dry, is the one today judging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, turning judgment upside down. It is only a tree that here that they want to cut it off, and then the tree continues to stand. Every other living thing in the world, including flies, including an ant, when you make any attempt to kill a fly will run away for its life. Even an ant will run away for its life, talk less of human being. I'm not even talking about the normal animals. Animals are big. They have brain. They have sense. I'm talking about fly that doesn't have brain. I'm talking about ant that doesn't have brain. When they see any sign that somebody want a leg or a hand, something is coming to hit them, they will run away for their lives. Only a tree out of every living thing in the world, only a tree that will hear that they want to cut it off, and that tree will continue to stand there until you come and cut it off. Because it has no option, it doesn't have a leg, it cannot run, it can't walk. Only a tree. Binta Nyako, you told me that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail with all the evidences how the zoo terrorist military invaded his country home to assassinate him in 2017. You have the effrontery, you have the guts, you do without shame to make such comment yesterday that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. That was a great shame. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. Binta Nyako, as learned as you are, look at your statement. Look at your statement, Binta Nyako. While delivering her ruling, Justice Binta Nyako held that she found as a fact that Kanu jumped the bail when he was earlier granted. Binta Nyako, I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of you. It is unbelievable. You lost all the respect. You lost all the regards that any atom of regard that we had on you was completely destroyed yesterday by you yourself. By you yourself. The number is on your screen to call. If you want to call right now, you can call and make your contribution. It is +358 41 585 1133. I repeat, +358 41 585 1133. Because of that mistake, I repeat, +358 41 585 1133. That is the number in case you want to call and make your contribution. You are free to call. Keep liking and sharing the broadcast. Very, very important as we move. Now, alleged 29 billion naira fraud. Court gives ex-governor Nyako son 24 hours to open defense. Now I'm reading from the Zoo media. This is the man in question, the husband of Justice Binta Nyako. A federal high court in Abuja on Monday gave a former governor of Adamawa State, Vice Admiral Murtala Nyako, retired. He was a military man, a military air force or whatsoever. Vice Admiral Murtala Nyako, retired, and his son, Senator Abdulaziz Nyako. The son is a senator. Listen, to show you where these people are. To show you where they are. To show you how high they are rated. The husband was the former governor of Anambra State. Of Adamawa State, sorry. The son was a senator. I don't know if he's still a senator now, but I don't think so, because he's answering a criminal case. He's answering a criminal case. So I don't think he should be serving, as a senator till now, because he has a criminal case. Now, and his son, Senator Abdulaziz Nyako, a 24-hour ultimatum to enter their defense in the 29 billion naira fraud charges brought against them by the federal government. The court threatened to invoke provisions of the law to close their case and enter judgment against them. Justice Okon Abang issued the ultimatum on Monday following the persistent claims of the former governor and his son that they were not yet ready to open defense in the criminal charges against them. They were not ready. They are running away. They were running away because they know what they did. They know what happened. These are people who are supposed to be serving jail time as it stands today. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nwa Chineke is there because of what? He said, let my people go. Because he said, let my people go. Somebody say no voice. Is that true? Somebody say no voice. Let me know if he's among the DOS member. If he's a DOS member, please let me know. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. If you cannot hear me, let me know. Somebody say no voice. I want to know if it's a DOS member that has come here to spy us. Are you hearing me? Can you hear me, my people? Okay. Okay, so he's a DOS member. Okay. If you are not a DOS member, kindly refresh your own system. You can switch it off and on it back and then join the broadcast. Everybody can confirm that my voice is loud and clear. Now we move. If you are a DOS member, I want you to stick around so you can have the story to tell your masters who sent you to come and spy us. Now, at the resumption of the trial, where the ex-governor and his son were billed to kickstart the process of establishing their innocence, the former governor told Justice Abang that he was not yet ready to do that. His position was adopted by his son, who asked the court to give them time to go and prepare for the defense. How many years does it take to prepare for a defense? In a short ruling on the request for the time, Justice Abang rejected the plea but stood down trial to enable the defendant put their house in order. Stood down trial to listen. Remember that what we read from the EFCC account, the official website of the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, what we read that was that the last time this case was called upon was on the July 19, 2021. That was the last time this case was called upon in the court. That was the last time. Now, according to the Zoo Media is telling us now that in a short ruling on the request for time, Justice Abang rejected the plea but stood down trial to enable the defendant to put their house in order. So does it mean that since 2021, they have not been able to put their house in order? Because they are keeping them to use them against Binta Nyako on the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen and listen very good. I want Justice Binta Nyako to be here today. We are calling her out to listen to this exposition at least by tomorrow. I'm expecting her to hands off this case, even if it's not tomorrow, but before the next adjournment date, which is July, I think is June, either June or July 19th or something like that. I will go back to that calendar to confirm the next adjourn date. So that before then, she could be able to hands off the case, because the person who get cockroach for cardboard cannot stand to judge an innocent man. It is not done. It is not done. You might say you are innocent as a judge, but your house, your husband and your son, oh my goodness me. We are reading their story here. I'm not the one who said it. Now, Justice Abang recalled the judgment of the Court of Appeal delivered on January 18, which dismissed the no-case submission. The no-case submission of the two defendants ordered them to return to the High Court to open their defense, which we read already from the official website of the EFCC. Now, he held that granting their request by him would amount to reviewing the decision of the appellate court, which will amount to a nullity. However, after hours, the court invited the former governor and his son, but they maintained the same position of not being ready for defense. The judge then issued an order on them to either open their defense on January 25th or have themselves to blame, adding that the court will close the case against them and enter judgment in favor of the federal government. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, had on January 18 secured 9 judgments against the former governor, his son, Senator Abdulaziz Nyako, and 7 of his business partners in just one day. The Court of Appeal, Abuja Division, delivered all the 9 judgments in separate 9 appeals filed by the 9 defendants to seek nullifications of the 29 billion naira money laundering charges against them. The appeals are CA/A/CR/589/2021 by Nyako, CA/A/CR/590/2021 by Zufizil Abba, CA/A/CR/591/2021 by Cruised Energy, CA/A/CR/595/2021 by Sebero Farms, CA/A/CR/596/2021 by Blue Opal Limited, CA/A/CR/597/2021 by Abdulaziz, CA/A/CR/594/2021 by Pagado Fortunes, CA/A/CR/593/2021 by Abubakar Aliyu, and CA/A/CR/592/2021 by Tower Asset MGT. Now, in the 9 separate judgments, a 3-member panel of the court led by Justice Peter Olabisige dismissed the appeals by Nyako and 8 others. The appeal was dismissed because the evidences against them is enormous. The evidences against them is powerful. Is so, tantalizing that they can't afford to reject they can't afford to resist. It's so tantalizing. He's calling them. The evidences are calling them. Render judgment. They can't afford to resist it because of the level of the crime being committed. And these are people who are judging an innocent, a man who is whiter than white and whiter than snow. Now, Nyako and the others had appealed against the July 19, 2021 ruling by Justice Okon Abang of the Federal High Court, Abuja, which rejected their no-case submission. The others are Nyako's son, Abdulaziz Zufizil Abba, Abdulaziz Zufizi Abba, Abubakar Aliyu, Sebero Farms, and Extension Limited, Pagado Fortunes Limited, Blue Opal Limited, Tower Assets Management Limited, and Crossed Energy Limited. In the judgment, the Court of Appeal held, among others, that Justice Abang was right in rejecting the no-case submissions by Nyako and others. Did you see that? Court of Appeal had earlier, look at it here. The Court of Appeal had earlier, according to what he said here, the Court of Appeal held, among others, that Justice Abang was right in rejecting the no-case submissions by Nyako and others. Now, earlier on, this man called Mutala Nyako, the husband of Binta Nyako, had earlier submitted a document of no case. He said, I do not have any case to answer. That was his submission. That was his submission, which Justice Abang Okon, who said, but in his ruling today, Justice Okon Abang dismissed defendant no case submission and ordered them to enter their defense. Because he said, I have calmly, carefully, and painstakingly scrutinized the evidence adduced by 21 witnesses in chief and other cross-examined, including the oral and written argument of all defendants. I have scrutinized, I have carefully, I have calmly, carefully, and painstakingly scrutinized. See to come down. I have sat down and cross-check, scrutinize, look into it, examine it. I have done everything. I have scrutinized the evidences, the defendants. I have checkmated them, scrutinized them, checkmate them, and see the evidences against you is too powerful, and I cannot allow you to go scot-free. And you are here telling me that you do not have any case to answer. That's why they told them you must go and prepare for your defense. That was in the court, in the High Court, Abuja. Now, they now took it to Court of Appeal. They took it to Court of Appeal in order to appeal that in order to appeal the submission, or should I say, the pronouncement of the Court of the High Court, the pronouncement of the Justice Abang Okon of the High Court. They went to Court of Appeal to appeal it, and they continue to say that we have no case to answer. Now, look at what happened in the Court of Appeal. After they went to appeal, that they have no case to answer, that what Justice Okon said is not true. We have no case to answer. Now, the Court of Appeal said, in the judgment, the Court of Appeal held, among others, that Justice Abang Okon was right in rejecting the no case submission by Nyako and others. Now, the appellate court found that the prosecution led by Mr. Rotimi Jacob's son sufficiently established a prima facie case against the 9 appellants to require their being called upon to enter their defense. Sufficiently. The evidence is too much. Sufficiently. Now, it ordered them to return to the Federal High Court and enter their defense to the 37-count charge pending against them by providing answers to the questions raised in the evidence presented by the federal government. Bam. Osetigo. This is the reason why Malami is holding Binta Nyako by scrotum, even though she's a lady, even though she's a woman. This is the sole reason Malami is holding Binta Nyako by scrotum, even though she's a woman. People who are supposed to be in jail are the ones judging an innocent man, a man who is whiter than white and whiter than snow. That's why Malami is holding Binta Nyako by scrotum. Alo Melo. Is because of this man and his son, probably the first son. I don't know. It's not confirmed if he is the first son or what. Because of this man here, the husband of Binta Nyako, who should be in jail, and is because of the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, recall that the last time this case was called upon was on the 19th of July 2021 at the Federal High Court, after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was already renditioned on 27th June 2021. Then they called upon this case in July 2021, July 19. And that was the last time they called upon it. Still till today, they are using it to threaten Binta Nyako. And this threat started in the year 2017. When Binta Nyako made a statement, a bold statement as a judge who is upright, that I have examined this man, I have scrutinized this man, I have looked into his case properly. I can confirm that this man has no case to answer because he has committed no offense known to law under Nigeria. Boom. Malami Baka. Malami was mad. How can you say a thing like that? A man who is trying to divide our country, and you are here saying that he doesn't have any case to answer. We are going to use your husband to treat your fuck up, to teach you a lesson. Your husband and your son. Since then, after Binta Nyako said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no offense and adjourned the case for proper ruling for his discharge and to discharge him and acquit him in the year 2017. Then, because of the threat, Binta Nyako came back the following court date, on the following court date, and granted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bail instead of release and acquit, instead of discharge and acquit. Since then, it has never gone well. It has never gone down well with Malami and Co. and his federal government of the zoo, which is, of course, the cabals. That is the reason why Binta Nyako somersaulted yesterday and made that utterances that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail, shooting herself in the foot. It is unbelievable. Now, having done this, what is my message to Binta Nyako? My message to Binta Nyako is to resign. Resign. Wash your hands off this case. Wash your hands off this matter, because you cannot do any. In fact, this case is far bigger than you. I know that everybody who is listening to me is, eagerly anticipating and enjoying this very exposition and analysis. That's why you don't feel like calling. But remember, I may soon, call it a day, because I'm not going to be here forever. So if you have anything if you have any question to ask, or you have any contribution to make, kindly call the number and do it right away. I have also posted the link to the studio. In case you want to join the studio to make your contribution, you can quickly click the link and join the studio. I have only 10 more minutes to be here. If you do not join the studio or you do not call, then I will say that yes, everybody agree with me. Say when if everybody keeps silent, that means everybody is in line with what I have said. Whether you are a Biafran listening to me right here, or you are a one Nigerianist listening to me right here, if you do not call to ask your questions, that means everybody understands and believe what I'm saying, which is the truth. Because on your bankete, okwego. Somebody said absolutely. Somebody said absolutely. Onye balonkiti kwere ekwe now. That is what we say in Igbo language. Onye balonkiti kwere ekwe. Once you keep silent, you have accepted everything they say is true. So that is it. And I'm happy. I'm happy that what I'm saying and what I'm doing is, very, very accurate and open for everybody to see. Yes. So that is it. Those of you who still want to support what we are doing, you are very, very free to do so. Like as I said before, we have activated super chat on our YouTube. We have activated it. I don't know where you are watching from. If you're watching from YouTube, we have activated it. Somebody say no need of calling you, because I understand all you said is absolutely correct. Thank you. Thank you, my brother Frederick. And he also said, we love you for this, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. We have activated super chat for the YouTube. In case you want to support us, you are free to do so. We have also super thanks on our Facebook page. If you're watching from our main Facebook page, we are live on 3 different platforms. One YouTube platform, which is Biafra Unite TV, and of course 2 Facebook pages. We have a new Facebook page. I am asking and requesting all Biafrans to go and follow us on this, our new Facebook page. That new Facebook page, we will start broadcasting there as soon as possible. Not we will start. We have already started broadcasting there. I'm saying that we will soon make it our one and only Facebook page, because of the attacks that our old Facebook page with over 108 something thousand followers, that page has received so much attacks and report by the enemies. So we can no longer reach the maximum number of Biafrans as we usually do. That is the reason why we have created a new Facebook page. Go and follow that page. Let me also flash it on the screen. Go and follow that page, because very soon you may not see our broadcast or report again on this our main Facebook page. That is the same way I was announcing about our YouTube so many months ago. Some people thought it was a joke. Even till today, people are still waiting for me to broadcast on our main YouTube channel with 100 something thousand subscribers. People are still waiting for me to broadcast there till today, after all the announcement I have made since December and January, when that very channel was seriously attacked. People are still waiting for me to broadcast there till today, when I have already told them to go and subscribe to our new YouTube channel. They do not listen. Now let me flash our new Facebook page on the screen. If you are watching on Facebook, kindly go and of course subscribe, follow this new YouTube new Facebook page, which I'm going to bring to the screen right now. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okay, here we are. Here we go. Here we go. Now, please, if I bring you to the screen, please just hold on. I'm going to call you to speak. Just hold on if you are joining in the studio. Just hold on. I will bring you. I will unmute you to speak. Just hold on. I want to do something very, very important. All right. Now you can see it on your screen. This is our new Facebook page. This is our new Facebook page. As you can see it on your screen, it has the same name with our new YouTube channel, Biafra Unite TV. Biafra Unite TV. It is official. It is not a fake page. It is official page of Biafra Unite. You can see how it is. You can see how it's written. Biafra starting with big letter and end with small letter, and then Unite is with big letter, while TV is with small letter. It is official. This is our new Facebook page. I want you to understand that what we are doing is freedom fighting, and of course, there will be so much attacks on the platforms that we are using, especially now that we are using a public foreign platforms like Facebook and YouTube and all that. Until our Biafra platform is out, which will be launched and announced as soon as possible by the Prime Minister, then all of us will start using it and there will be no attack. They cannot report us because we are the ones in control of it. You understand? So this one, once I tell you, please follow us here. This is a new one. Follow. Don't say I was following on the other channel. That one might be attacked and they might either shut it down or limit your reach. That is how they do. They may not shut you down, but they may limit your reach. So when I tell you, please follow this new one, follow immediately, because you may not be able to get our updates on the other one that you were following before. Okay, having done this, right now, let me welcome few people that I have in the studio to speak. Mazi Chinelo, Mazi or Madam Chinelo, please, you can talk. If you can hear me, please speak to us before our worry sister can speak. Chinelo, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I'm hearing you.
Chinelo, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please go ahead.
Yes, I'm hearing you, but...
Okay, go ahead, please. You're welcome.
Good evening. In fact, we had everything, and how you just analyze everything that happened there. Everybody knows that Binta Nyako, they just want to use her. It's like they use gun, point on her that she must do this. Without this, without doing this, that the husband must go to jail. That is why. But I thank God that lion is always a lion.
Sure.
I thank God how our Onyendu reacted. Shows that nobody will intimidate him. That he is a lion and always a lion. In fact, I continue bowing for him. I continue bowing for Onyendu because he shows that he's a lion and he's always a lion. And Odinawa, please, there's something I want to tell you. Can you upload that how the Nigerian army came to Onyendu's house to kill him, so that the whole world will be saying it? Because why saying it without uploading it? It just be like it is lie. But when the video upload and circulate, then the whole world will see what happened.
By NTA.
Even those people that is saying all those things, they will be, even Binta Nyako will be saying it. How they kill, I even kill Jack, kill his dog, kill everybody that inside that place. The people that they killed, how they were shooting. If there is any means, you people will just upload all those videos. It will help, please.
Do you know that they cannot even kill a dog in Europe?
Please, I'm in Europe. Even a rat, you cannot kill a rat and you just go like that. No, you dare not kill. You dare not kill anything like that and go. Even dog, when dog is sick, they will carry dog with ambulance and go to hospital and treat the dog. Not to talk of a human being. How they massacre our people inside our Onyendu's place. and at the same time want to kill him, but God said no. In fact, if you people can upload it,
MTA.
it is very good. Thank you very much.
Share it every time.
Okay, let me respond to that. Thank you, Madam Chinelo. What you said is pure truth. Yes, the issue there is this. First of all, the Onion Dude's video is not one video. The videos is already in the public. It was circulated. It's everywhere. Now, it's not one video. There are many videos of Operation Python Dance, which is in the public, on Facebook especially. Now, let me tell you what happened. Based on your request, if we should upload it. That video is already on social media, and everybody is aware of it. Now, it can also be recirculated at this moment because of this case.
Yes.
Now, the issue there is this. Let me tell you what happened. That video has gory images, and it has a lot of blood on that video. So now the platforms we are using,
Cannot upload it.
Facebook and the YouTube, does not allow any video or picture with gory image.
I know, because they have followed my ex. They have already blocked me because I said I called when there's a this thing that Simon Ekpa writes. Then I responded with annoyance how they were buying our people. I responded with an annoyance. Because of it, they blocked me. Before they mandated me that I must cancel this thing, the write-up,
the comment.
Okay. I must cancel it.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. So now, most people that circulated that video during that time in 2017, most people that circulated it on their Facebook profile. I want to, based on what you said, because maybe a lot of people may be thinking the same way you thought. So the people that circulated that very video, most of them circulated it on their Facebook profile, not Facebook page. Facebook profile video, no matter the kind of video, might be, a little bit safe, might be safer than Facebook page, because they believe the reason why there is Facebook page and Facebook profile is because Facebook owners created Facebook profile for everybody. As far as you are a human being, you want to be online, you want to use Facebook, you have to have Facebook profile. But Facebook page is strictly for business.
Yeah.
You understand me? For business, for creation, for making fun, for mostly for entertainment and comedy. You understand me? So now they do not allow so many things on pages because it is strictly created for business and fun. So if you post those videos, they don't just ban the video, they will even block your page. That's what they do. The same thing with YouTube. Exactly the same thing with YouTube. So the only place where you can circulate it is on the Facebook profile. Like every Biafran should be posting that video, those videos on their Facebook profile. You understand me? So even on Twitter, if you go to PM's X handle, you see some of the videos he will post where these terrorists are being sent to judgment. Twitter will blank it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitter will blank it.
Yeah.
Even Twitter is safer. Tweet upon Twitter is safer than all these platforms like Facebook and YouTube. Twitter is
Yeah.
safer, yet they will blank the video. Talk less of Facebook or YouTube. So that is the problem there. And even those other videos that do not have like where they shot people or they don't have blood, but they have a lot of gunshots. Even ordinary gunshot will make YouTube ban your video. Ordinary gunshot. You understand? So that is what we are passing through here. So, but
because the day I saw those videos, I wept.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to God be
But
the glory.
the main thing is the videos are in the public. If you go on Facebook right now, you type, you are going to see a lot of people who shared it in 2017. It's there. It's not. It can never be taken down from the social media. It's there already. So the whole world is aware of it, even though it is not currently being circulated. The whole world is aware of it because it is a history. It's an incident that took place. So the world is aware of it. And then the court is also aware of it. And I'm very certain that the lawyers, Barrister Aloy Ejimako and co, are in possession of those videos. I am very, very certain about that one. They are in possession of that video. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself is in possession, even though he's not using phone, but he can get those videos anytime, any day, and show it to the court. And the video is also in the court because even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told the judge, Binta Nyako, that these are the evidences that we have. And you are still telling me that I jumped bail when I have these evidences.
Because they want him dead. They want him to be dead so that they will kill him. But their plan didn't work. I really thank God.
All right, thank you, Madam Chinelo. God bless you for your contribution.
We love you.
Thank you.
My husband always say good things about you. In fact,
you dream.
No wahala.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Take care. Bye.
All right. Bye. Okay. Our worry sister, can you hear me? Are you there, please?
Yes, sir. Wow, Ikuku. Good evening.
My own sister, you're welcome.
Thank you. I said, let me call in to support you. There is nothing to say. You said everything. You have explained it. Even the blind man can see it. Even the deaf can hear it. Even the layman will understand. You understand? You've done everything perfectly. Now, we are going to see where they are going to hide their faces. They are playing with the children of God that have the key to every solution. They thought this aspect that you just open now will never come up. So here, once somebody does say, even in America, everywhere where I am right now, if a jury is sitting down and one person is known to the person that they are going to judge, that's it. That person is gone. They will never allow that person. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Something went wrong. Oh. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Something went wrong. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? 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 Should I start talking? Should I carry on? Should I carry on? I can't hear you. Biafra Unite, I can't hear you. Hello? Hello? Hey, what happened? Ikuku, I can't hear you. Hello?
All right. Can you hear me, please? Something went wrong. Of course, these are technical issues. It's normal. It usually happens sometimes. Can you hear me now? Is my voice coming out clear? Is my voice coming out now? Please, if you can hear me, kindly let me know in the comment section. If you can hear me now, kindly let me know in the comment section. If you can hear me now, kindly let me know in the comment section if my voice is coming out clear. If you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know if my voice is coming out clear. Kindly let me know in the comment section. It was a technical issue, so we have to deal with it. Okay, so those of you who were talking before, who had already joined me, including Worry Sister, you can as well click the link once again to join me live in the studio. You can click the link and join me live in the studio. Those who had joined before, including our Worry Sister who was speaking before I was rudely interrupted by the network. Kindly click the link and rejoin me if you are still interested to speak or to continue with your speech. Very, very important. I have a few more minutes to go. If you join me now, then I'm going to extend it. But if you don't, then we are going to call it a day, because I believe that we have done the necessary things needed to do already. So please, if you still want to contribute, kindly click the link and join me without any hesitation. Kindly click the link and join without any hesitation. I have few more minutes to go. If Worry Sister can hear me, you can click the link and join me back, and some other people who had already joined the Zoom. You can click the link once again in the comment section and join me in order to round up your contribution. Shine, you are welcome. I can see you. It's like you came late. You came when we are already going. Shine, you came when we are going already, but you are welcome. At all, I'm bad pass. You're highly welcome. I can see you in the comment section. Okay, Worry Sister is back in the studio. Please take the microphone, my sister, and continue your submission.
Mazi, apparently people were hearing me, but I was not hearing anybody.
Yes, everybody was hearing you, including me. I was even hearing you, but you can't hear me. You couldn't hear me because of my network.
Yes, and I was not saying the write up. I was not saying it. That's why. So I just, as soon as I dropped, I went back. Everybody said, "Sister, I can hear you. I can hear you." I said, "Oh my God, I could have not dropped." Anyway, thank God you are back now. Thank God you are back. My brother, as we were saying before, this zoo people just cut you off. You see them, there is nothing they can do. They know that we are the children of God. They know that we have the key to every solution. And like I was saying, I say in a civilized world, if you have jury and only one person in a 12 jury, if only one person knows the person that is going to pass judge on, or wherever on, they will remove that person. They will not allow that person to sit for that case, because they will say, oh no, you must not know anybody, whether it's your neighbor, so long you know the person nowhere, they will not allow you. But this so-called zoo country, this zoo, they want to use this woman as a scapegoat to, so they don't have any other judge. They don't have any other. Why this woman? Because they have something against her that will make her to pass judgment that is not true. You know what? It's like it's exchange. He wants to exchange our leader's head for his husband.
Exactly. And the
That is
son.
what he wants to do now. Because they will say it's up to you. If you free him, your husband or your son will go for it. So choose now. If you want your husband or your child, then you must crucify this man. But I want to say to her, because they are listening to us, if you know what is good for you, if you know what is good for you, Yanko, release innocent man so that your days will be long. If not, if you jail him and you think you want to save your husband and your son, they will go to bed and they will not wake up. That is the power of God. That is the power of God. I'm telling you, that is the power of God. Like the POS that are saying, oh, they can kill, they can massacre him, and they will keep people. After 3 months. Do you think God is not working? Do you think they have not gone through that route? Do you think if they want to massacre him in Kenya, they would have not done so? Why are they opening mouth now to come and say, oh, if they want to massacre him, they will massacre him and nothing will happen? Because they feel Yanko is going to run mad, or Yanko is going to resign from this case, or Yanko is not going to be in this case. So now they are telling government, if you cannot allow Yanko to do it, please, this is what you can do. Nothing will happen. That is exactly what they are doing. But now we have opened their foul, don't blow. Please don't blow.
Please
Foul
don't blow.
don't open. It don't open.
Exactly.
And now everybody, the whole world have seen what is going on. The whole world have seen whoever that is supporting us, whether you are supporting the zoo, everybody have seen that this is what they hold against this woman that is making them to do this. You understand? When this man went to UK, want to go and do kidney plant with the daughter, and he took some, what happened? They jailed him. And what did they do to the zoo? They took all his property. All his property they took. Now, this Yanko say he cannot give up his property. Well, your husband that is a criminal, your son that is a criminal, and this is an innocent man. You cannot wait, say, Abba, speak your language and say, this man is an innocent man. My husband is a criminal. My son is a criminal. You yourself, as you are sitting there, you are a criminal because you have taken so much envelope. You have eaten so much money from them. Just resign, take your money and your children and relocate to another country. Go and stay somewhere else with the money that you have collected from them, like the POS are doing. They collected money from them and they run away from the Biafra land. So that is what you should do, my brother. So now everything has been exposed. We know what is up now. Look at our leader, the way he's whining in the court. He cannot even face. She cannot even face him. She cannot even utter a word. This is somebody that will not allow to talk for 1 second before. All of a sudden, the mouth is like agogo. You know what they call agogo? It's bell for our place. They call it agogo. Our leader's mouth was everywhere. And the woman said, I will allow you to talk. You know you have a loud voice. I will allow you to talk. Wow. And this Yanko want to go. He cannot. Mazi, this woman will resign. Go and mark it. Just like you said, she's going to resign.
Yeah.
She's going to resign. Thank you, Mazi. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my worry sister. Thank you for your wonderful submission for this. I appreciate you. All right. All right. That is it. And on that note, we have come to the end of this very broadcast. I thank you all Biafrans for listening. Thank you for being here. Those of you who joined me from beginning, and those of you that joined me through the middle, and those of you who are just joining right now. If you are joining right now or you join from beginning, as I'm shutting down right now, kindly start from beginning to listen to this very broadcast until you get to the point where you joined. Those of you who joined right now can start from beginning and listen once again once I shut down the broadcast. Thank you all for listening. My prayer is working. I have always prayed for the divine health, healing, and of course, the strength from Chukwokika Abiyama to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is what you all witnessed yesterday. You can see how he is vibrant, how he speaks. His mental toughness is still intact. Nothing has changed. So you can see how he looks. At least he looks better than the way he looked previously when he appeared in the court. So that's my prayer. I of course, it's good for him to be released, but my prayer is that God should give him the good health, and make him strong in order to withstand the tribulation and the abuse from the zoo. Apart from that, every other thing should be left for us to finish. We are here to finish it. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started, we are here to finish it. And he is going to come out with Ikene Ebube and the flag of Biafra. Thank you. Chidon Tochi, please, you have only 2 minutes to talk to us because I'm shutting down. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Onyensi, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you for bringing me on your live program. So, nka ihe chọrọ ikwu na nchọrọ isi anyị Igbo ajụjụ ka m nwere for you kwe na ghọta, and achọghị ka misunderstand ya m, ihe a bụ very concern.
Sorry. Can you do it in, even if it's pidgin, broken English, because there are a lot of other people who do not understand the Igbo who are listening.
Okay. So my question is this, right from when Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was out of the dungeon, I've been asking the same question. Why don't we fight for only Igbo nation? Why do we keep including the South people? And this is my reason of asking this question, right? Before I left Nigeria, I used to work for Chisco Transport, in Ahmad Brainway in Enugu, Nightmare, right? So I go to all those, South states. Do you know that those guys, they hate us with passion more than the Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba? You understand? So that is why I keep insisting on only Igbo nation. So my question to you now is, why don't you go for only Igbo nation? Why do you guys still insist on South? Is it that Igbos cannot survive without South? That is my question for you for today. Thank you.
Okay. Stick around while I answer your question. First and foremost, Igbos can survive without anybody. That is number one thing you must understand. Igbos can survive. Igbos alone can survive without anybody. That question answered itself, because we have survived already without Nigeria. There is nothing you can tell me today that Nigeria has done in Igbo land, exactly Igbo land today, that has helped the Igbo sons and daughters to grow mentally, physically, and otherwise. Nothing, not even one thing. Not one thing. So that means, and if you go to Igbo villages today, you see beautiful houses, mansions, Concord, that you can never see in any other part of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. You see those buildings, those mansions, only in Igbo land today. And we build those houses, construct our own roads without the help of the zoo called Nigeria. So first thing you must know is that Igbos can survive without the help or attachment of anybody. That is number one. Then coming to the question of Biafra, why don't we fight for our own freedom alone? First and foremost, Biafra cannot be complete without our brothers and sisters from coastal region. I want you to pay attention because this question has been lingering. Biafra cannot be complete without us going in a block with all the Biafra, entities and map. That means it is no longer Biafra. If we want to fight for Igbo nation alone, then we do not have to use that name Biafra. We need to go with Igbo land or the Federal Republic of Igbo land, of which is going to take us backward to start afresh. We need to start afresh again. All the things that Ojukwu fought for, Effiong fought for, and every other Biafran warlord fought for, which the world is aware today. Our map is in the world, is in all the world's organizations. They know it. If you go to UK, there's a place where they draw all the flags of all the nations in the world. Biafran flag and Biafran map is there, including in Italy. So our map is everywhere. And for us to go and start fighting for Igbo land, that means we are starting afresh. And you know what it means to begin something afresh. You know what it takes. So we cannot be telling the world about Biafra, whereas we are fighting for Igbo. By the time they will now decide to, okay, let us support them to get Biafra, they find out that the map that we have already presented to them is fraud, that we are fighting for Igbo map alone while presenting to the world a Biafra map. And we cannot go to the world now and start presenting them. We tell them, oh, okay, we have changed our mind. We want to retrieve the old map we have submitted. We want to retrieve it and now give you a new map. That is a childish play. We cannot afford to play that kind of game at the moment. That is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, it is only referendum can sort it. If our people in the coastal region, which I also believe that they are also Igbos, whether they speak Alabari or whether they speak Alaba or they speak Ijaw, they are all Igbos, because you cannot tell me that they are Yorubas. So this Igbo that you are talking about encompasses, it is not just in the place they call Southeast alone. Now, if the referendum, the one we are doing right now, is what we call self-referendum. We are doing it within ourselves, which the result will be announced on the 2nd of December this year, 2024. Now, if the world, the United Nations, by the time, because so by the time the people of the United Nations begin to be disturbed with the Sakatum that is happening in the zoo between Nigeria and Biafra. Now, if they decide to not go to give us another kind of referendum, if they decide that they do not want to go with the one we have done already for ourselves, they want to give us a fresh one, then our people from the coastal region will also have the proper opportunity to decide if they want to join Biafra or they want to still remain under the Zoological Republic. So at this point in time, we cannot afford to go back, because Ojukwu had already begun this very journey. Owazurike came and queued in with what Ojukwu started with Effion and Co. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and queued in with what Ojukwu started and followed by Owazurike. And under the Biafra Republic government in exile, we cannot start afresh unless if the negotiation begins between Nigeria and Biafra, and then we all agree to go to a plebiscite, which is referendum. And then our people from the coast say, we don't want to join the Biafra. So be it. We will thank them. Thank you very much. See you next time. We will go on our own. So we don't have to go back and convince the world that we are now fighting for Igbo land. No. We will thank everybody, shake hands, see you tomorrow. Goodbye. So that is the answer for your question. And when you're talking about hatred or whatever, you say they hate us. In actual sense, because I have been with our people from coastal region very well, in actual sense, they do not hate us. What happened there is what we call divide and rule tactics. It is not just the hatred from the Ijaw people to Igbo. No, even within the Igbos, there's also hatred within the Igbos. So this divide and rule tactics is eating deep in our people, not just in the zoo here, not just here in the zoo, in Africa. In Africa, we are suffering divide and rule syndrome. It is a very big sickness that is disturbing Africa as it is today. But when you have a genuine free nation in Africa, just give Africa one genuine free nation that is not under the control of any Western powers. That is when you will see the true freedom of Africa. We are going to start dealing with these internal rancors and higgledy-piggledy, which is disturbing us in Africa. We are going to deal with it, but we need just one free, genuine free nation in Africa to start with. As it stands today, there is no any free nation in Africa, including South Sudan that was free the other day. They are still under the control of the British. So we need a genuine free nation. Hands up. We are not under the influence of any Western power. Then that is the time you know that Africa love themselves. Not just here. It's like that everywhere. Go to other countries in Africa, you still see the hatred within themselves, within the concocted, that fake nation. Go to any other fake country in Africa today, as is being constructed today. Within that country, you still see this internal hatred between the tribes in that country. So it's not just here. Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
Thank you very much, brother. You too. Thank you, sir. Have a good night, sir.
And you too. Bye. All right. We have to call it a day, like as I said before. Thank you all for listening. I pray that God Elohim will bless every single thing that you lay hand upon, that you may continue supporting and funding the Biafra liberation. Remember, our fundraising is always every Saturday, 7 p.m. Biafran time. You must not miss it. You mustn't be only a listener. You should also be a supporter, especially financially, because this self-referendum that is ongoing right now will come with a result at the end of everything on the 2nd. And that result that is coming with is also coming with a very, 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 very high brutal fight and resistance, because the zoo will come. Once Biafra is declared on 2nd of December, I want every one of you to know that the zoo will still come. Our land will also be militarized, which Biafra resistance fighters and of course Biafra Liberation Army will be will be dealing with them head on. So it's going to cost us a lot. Make sure that you queue in. Make sure that you are not left behind. Make sure that you keep supporting financially to what we are doing to free our land from eternal slavery. Thank you all. God bless you. God bless the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. God bless every genuine person fighting assiduously for the restoration of Biafra. And God bless you all. God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God bless our men on ground who are fighting tooth and nail to safeguard our land from the foreign invaders, from the Zoological Republic. God bless you all. Good night. Thank you. Bye for now.